are live. Welcome back, Nerdiverse, to another episode of MOTN Figured It Out, where your favorite neighborhood collector, Mike G, gets to talk about his favorite thing in the absolutely whole wide world, figure collecting. This is episode 22 of the Figured It Out podcast, where I get to talk 1/6 scale figures, sometimes 1/12 scale figures, and even the fig pen here or there. I'm very excited for tonight's episode. Excited to be back. Took a little bit of a hiatus just to kind of get my house in order, so to speak. But we are back and better than ever. We have a new display back there with some of my 1/6 scale figures showing off. So I was very excited to have that up and running before starting this new episode, where today we're going to be talking about none other than the Merc with the mouth himself, Deadpool, Mr. Wade Wilson. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about the character, talk about his influence on me, and then get into what we're all here for, the figure unboxing and posing, which is my favorite part of the hobby, is posing. I finally settled on a pose that I am extremely happy with. So, I'm going to be happy to kind of dig into that and be able to lock in that pose. Hopefully, I can get it done. As everyone knows, these are live streams. So if you want to stop by, say hi, you want to stop by, be able to ask any questions or be able to go over the hype for the character. This is what we're here for. This is what this community is for. So I'm very excited to get tonight started. So you may ask yourself, Mike, why Deadpool? Why jump on the Deadpool wagon, so to speak? And as you can see behind me there, I have a bit of an X-Men shelf because I love the 90s X-Men. It's one of those things that I grew up with, and it's just as influential to me as Batman the Animated Series. So the X-Men having a place in my collection is just super important to just the overall kind of mode and direction I want to go with my collection. And Deadpool is one of those characters who didn't really get a lot of shine in the 90s. He was very popular in the 90s in the comic books, but he wasn't very popular in regards to the cartoon or even the movies. Um, Whereas he had one cameo, I believe, in X-Men in the animated series, as Morph was bothering Wolverine. I believe he morphed into Sabretooth. He morphed into Deadpool. I want to say he morphed into Maverick. And I even think he morphed into Omega Red. So Deadpool wasn't really big name. Oh, he wasn't a household name until Ryan Reynolds himself decided that he wanted to take the character on himself. That was his Robert Downey Jr. That was the character that he wanted to portray. And just a little bit of history of that is a long sort of history where Deadpool made his first film debut in X-Men Origins Wolverine, where he was played by Ryan Reynolds himself, pretty face, all the whole thing. And it was honestly the worst thing that could have happened to the character. Um, it was a Ryan Reynolds himself did as well as he could with that particular position, but just the script did not help Deadpool at all. It was ill-fitted for the character. He wasn't his iconic look. Iconic looks weren't a big thing back in the 2000s and 90s. That didn't really get started until the Marvel evolution. And, Robert Downey Jr., I am Iron Man. That's when these iconic looks really started to lock in. So Ryan fought for years, for decades, to get Deadpool off the ground. The guerrilla filmmaking of leaking his Deadpool treatment to Marvel was just what started the entire Deadpool-a-thon. And all these years, he actually got a trilogy, which a lot of heroes don't really get to say. Um, from Deadpool 2 to Deadpool 1, of course, and of course, Deadpool and Wolverine, his magnum opus. So Deadpool is one of those characters that is so cool because he breaks the fourth wall. He talks to us, the audience, and you can put him anywhere in any shelf and he will fit because he breaks the fourth wall. If you want to add Deadpool to a Star Wars shelf, he could do something goofy, give him a lightsaber. If you want to add him to a DC shelf, he can mess around with, you know, Deathstroke or Batman. He's just really interesting, fun character. And that's really been portrayed in this figure. So what I'm going to do now is just really start to talk about the figure itself. Now we have a little bit of history lesson on Deadpool. His healing regenerative factor, he is a killing machine. I think he has superhuman strength and speed, but in the comics they don't say that, but he's kind of like on that cusp of, does he have super strength and speed? He has to do the feats he does. So I'm really excited to get into this figure that I've honestly been sitting on for months. I just wasn't really ready to jump back into the 1/6 scale world, but here I am, and really to spend some time with you guys and be able to do my best to lock in this pose that I finally decided. Before I get started on the pose, I want to ask everyone to please like my content, like the Masters of the Nerdiverse live on Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go like Wash, go like our lores, go like our um, reviews, because these are things that help grow the channel and grow the movement. Subscribe so you know when new episodes are coming live to the channel, and comment. Let me know how I did on this pose. Let me know what you think of the figure. I think this is going to be an excellent piece. And we're going to talk all about it. We're going to break down everything he comes with, light up base, all the different head sculpts. It's going to be a blast. So let's get started. Maximum effort, as Deadpool would say. So let's talk about the box first as it spins right here beside me. Cool design that is not, I don't think that's figure photography up front. Um, with the with him holding his dual blades. It looks like it's from the movie, which is fine. I like the glossiness of the claws against the background. I think that looks pretty neat. Also, I do like the color scheme. The bright reds is something that Deadpool has in store. Mind you, this is the battling version of Deadpool. So this is him in his damaged suit. I wanted something a bit more tactile than the super bright red clean suit. So we went with the battle damaged one here. Also has the bullet holes and the shell casings all over it, as well as legal information. So let's get into it. Let's really start to dig into this box. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Spinosaur over here for now and just unplug that. And we're just going to go into the box itself. Uh-oh, lost my light. Let's go ahead and get that light back. Boom. Perfect. So here we have the box here, ready to go. That with that ring light just kind of almost giving him like a weird halo. That's kind of cool. You can see the battling version there into the kind of raised effect. You can actually, hopefully that picks up the raised effect on the actual box, as well as just the legal information on the back. Oh, a little too close to that light. There we are. So let's go ahead and open this up, shall we? All right. Always love the first opening. Beautiful. So just let me see. Maybe the light is a little too bright. Hopefully that makes it look a little bit better. So this guy comes with a ton of stuff that we're going to be going over. All these accessories here, himself, multiple head sculpts. So really excited to get him up and running here. So I'm going to open the box and we're going to get him cracking. Oh, good thing for me, never leave home without a trusty knife. No, where is my trusty knife? Is my trusty knife? Trusty knife. Perfect. So we can put that back there, put that over there, and start to cut this bad boy open. Did it cut? Am I cutting it the wrong way? There we go. Put that there for now. It's no better feeling than opening a box of anything, right? Isn't that just the most satisfying, like, first opening of a box? All right. There we are. All right. So here, first thing we have is this huge TVA light up background. I don't know if this is going to fit in my diorama base. In fact, I'm going to measure it right now to see how tall it is because I don't think it's going to fit. The salami lid don't fit in the salami lid. How tall is this thing? So it is start here. Oh, it's just about 15 inches tall. So I think it, depending on how it fits on the base, I don't know how this thing's gonna fit. But this is the TVA background that's gonna light up with the base, and this thing's pretty tall. So I'm praying it fits in my base back there. But we'll see. That's what it's all about. That's that. All right. Let's see. Mhm. All right. Accessories galore with this guy. All right. Cool. All right. My favorite part, first in hand impressions. Let me see. Let's take a look at him. Looks like he's being strangled like in a mafia movie. This guy. Let's take this let's take that off. Let's take his little plastic booties off if it shall allow, so we can get a good look at him. I hate the way they do this. They tape this plastic in. You're so scared to damage the thing. Is the problem. Oh, there is a tearaway. Maybe that'll make life a little bit easier for me, for Mike G. And apparently these toys have notoriously bad ankles, so I'm really scared to put my elbow grease into removing this plastic. I have scissors. That's what suicide by scissors. All right, let's see. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Scoop. Maybe I can work my scissor. You have to be so careful not to damage the figure. Bam, there we go. As I would say, and I'm going to get this on a shirt one day, scoop. So get that plastic off there. I don't want to hurt his anklets. There we go. Get that plastic out of his ankle there. Why is his ankle so bent? That's weird. Looks like his joint. I'll have to figure that out. All right, once again, I hold another scissor. Try to get this plastic off. That should do it. There we are. All right. All right. Ankles seem pretty sturdy. I don't want to take the whole joint off. All right. Well, look at these shoes, because that looks fine. His foot is weird. It's almost like bent in a weird way. Look, am I tripping? Or does his feet not? Does he stand up straight? It's interesting. Curious. His ankles don't seem. Got to straighten him out a little bit. Okay. So here he is in all of his Deadpool glory. Take out this head sculpt. Oh, took off the whole neck joint. That works. There we go. Oh, no. There we not go. There we go. Perfect. There he is in all of his Deadpool glory. So far, so good. I do like the detail of it. I am feeling the kind of almost like muted color. It's not so bright that it's not so loud to where it kind of damages the suit or damages, it draws too much attention to itself. There's nicks and scars all over the bodysuit, which is really interesting. Just these ankles are so weird. I don't know if it's just me. I kind of just want to stand them up. It's almost like he's not flat footed. Okay, there we go. I got the feet to do what I wanted it to do. So, first in hand impressions, he's looking good. A little wide eyed look here, and he is killing it. So, we're going to pose him up, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's see how we do. Get his belt right and all that good stuff. Good. So, I'm just going to see him here for now. And let's start talking about all these crazy accessories he comes with. So I'm just going to clean up after myself. If you clean while you cook, you'll never have a dirty kitchen. That's what my mom used to say. All right. So the first thing I like to do whenever I work on any of my figures is work on the base. I like to get the base down. So we're going to take a look at his base that he comes with, which is a really nice base based on his the opening of the movie. Bye bye bye. So it's just a pretty standard base. It does have a compartment for light up, so we're going to do that. And it's pretty straightforward. A nice snow driven. I've been playing a lot of Ghost of Yote, so this reminds me very much of like a Ghost of Yote base. And of course, standard crotch grabber. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this here. If for those who are watching, let me know how the stream is sounding, how it's looking. Is everything fine? Everything copacetic, all to the good. There we go. So we got that there. Now I'm going to put on the TVA background and see what that looks like. Where does he get these wonderful toys? All right. So now we have the TVA background here. I'm just going to install that on the back. All right. It's a little crooked. There we go. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? Now let's light it up. I'm going to put this. Rule number one, never lose your small pieces. So put your small pieces in places where you know where they are. Very nice. But I can already tell, you can see there, it is a fingerprint magnet. So I have to be careful with that. Let's see. There we are. It's kind of blowing out the light a little bit, but if I turn the light off, you'll be able to see the light up feature a bit better. Let's turn off the light. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now. And it is a sensitive bass. Bass. All right, let's go over some of these accessories, shall we? He has a full array of hands that I may go over some of the hands, but not all of them. But we're just going to go over some of his accessories right now so you guys can get a good look at that. I didn't realize that was going to be such a fingerprint magnet. All right. So let's start. Let's go ahead and start with Deadpool's Katana Ramas. Katana Rama. Apparently this part here, it just kind of just goes on his back like a magnet. So we're gonna see how that works as we're getting him ready to pose. And his swords come out. They're nice and shiny. They're not made of metal. I don't think these are die cast, but they are, as Justin would say, a bit prickly. So be careful with them. They fit just fine. So we have his katanas, which I'm going to attach to his back now. See how that works. So katanas back, just like that. Straighten them out a little bit. Let's see where this exactly supposed to fit. Right there. Make sure it's even. Just like Cap. There we are. Cool beans. It's not the strongest magnet, but it'll do for opposing. So that should be fine. I think that's where that's supposed to go. Right there. And I'm going to just push the shoulder part a little bit further back so the magnet has a more flush place to fit. It's just perfect. It just fits. That works. Okay, so let's leave them like that for now. All right, on to the next. So we have his Desert Eagles that he keeps on him. Comes with two, as Deadpool is to do, as he is to do. So he has his two Desert Eagles here that I'm going to attach to the figure, because for my pose he's not going to be using them, but I want all of his arsenal on him. So those are going to go on each side of his waist. Those should just install just like that. Boom. And then put the other one on his other side. Boom. And Bob's your uncle, right? And now he is suited and booted. I don't think there's a clasp or anything, but the belt is riding a little high. And that's okay. We can fix the belt. I don't like that the belt moves around so much. Let me take this off for a second. Get the belt where I like it to be. The belt's a little too low. There we go. Just gotta make it do what you want it to do. There we are. Perfect. Want to make sure it covered the seam line. You know what I mean? And now it does. Beautiful. All right. On to the next. So we, like I said, he has a full array of hands. I'm not really going to go over all of his hands, but they come with an array of um, heart hands, pointing hands, uh, thumbs up gestures, just all the goofiness. Oh, and how can I forget baby knife? We got to get baby knife in effect. So put that on the figure. I think baby knife goes right here on his ankle. So baby knife, scoop. Got to have baby knife in effect. You wouldn't be Deadpool without the baby knife. Perfect. All right. So, not to bury the lead, let's go over the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt, which I will not be using, but I might be using. I don't know. So here is the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt. See if that focuses. There we go. Look at that. Looks amazing. I'm sure he comes with rolling eyeballs and all that good stuff. Doesn't have much articulation in the neck or in the head a little bit, but it is very pretty. As well as the head sculpt I'm going to use for my pose. And I think the coolest thing that comes with this figure is the half sculpt. Look at that. That looks so cool. In fact, I'm going to install this right now. So I'll put the arms down here. I think that's it. So now, cool. I love it. Full neck articulation, even though it doesn't quite, kind of just sticks in there, doesn't it? Hmm. Yeah, he comes with a ball, but it kind of just stays on top, doesn't it? Does it not come with a joint? Weird. Very strange. I wonder. It does just fit. So maybe I'm overthinking it. I can't get full head tilt articulation. I'll have to look into that later. That's very interesting. All right. And lastly, he comes with a bunch of random stuff for his base. So he comes with like little wood parts from the scene in the film, which I'm going to add at his base. Put that piece there. So that's baked into that. Yeah, interesting. Okay. And last but not least, good old Hugh Jackman himself, the Wolverine skeleton, adamantium skeleton. This thing is so cool with the open mouth, adjustable head, and adjustable spinal column, which is so cool. And he comes with a full array of bones, which is really neat. Most noticeably, the adamantium, um, the adamantium claw set he has from the film, from the opening of the movie. Which sadly I'm not going to use because, funny enough, what this comes with is swapped. The accessories for this look are swapped with the clean version. So all of these accessories are for the clean version for the beginning of the movie. And the clean version has all of the accessories that should come with this version of the movie. The clean version comes with baby pull. The clean version comes with dog pull. Comes with head pull. It comes with the gold pistoleros. That should be with this battle damage version. And the TVA portal, the snow base, the Wolverine bone parts, that should all come with the clean version. So it makes it a little difficult, like continuity wise, when you're building this. It almost makes you need both. But I'm going to work with what I have because I'm not buying two Deadpools. Perfect. So now that we've seen him, we've seen all of his accessories. Let's get into posing, shall we? So we're going to start posing this bad boy. And I'm gonna start working on the pose I want to dial in. So here's our Deadpool. Looks like he has the fleshy neck. Let me see something. Um, oh, I had the wrong neck connector. Hmm. Let's figure out this head connector. So it should be like this, no? Or it should be like this. No, it should be like this. Yeah. No? How's it supposed to go? Uh-huh. Wearing these damn it's so dark. Wearing these damn shades. My future's so bright. Gotta wear shades. Trying to figure out this neck connector because I can't tell if I have it on right or not. No, so strange. I'm gonna have to take my shades off. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry if I'm getting quiet. It's just with things like this, you just gotta make sure you're doing it right. It should be this way. There we go. Got it. We figured it out. We figured it out. Now I can put this on the body. And it looks a whole lot better. There we go. Maximum effort. All right. So let's get this guy posed, shall we? All right. That hand. I'm going to need this hand. All right. Perfect. And with this hand, I think I have the right gripping hand. This is the right gripping hand I need for this pose. Perfect. All right. So I have my Deadpool ready to go. Make sure I have his head tilt right. Now let's get the body language. So he's kind of hunched over like that. Head tilt, torso turn, knee up, kind of like that, leg back, like that, kind of like this, like that. This arm is back and holding this. It's kind of like that. Hips turned, kind of feet together. Foot flat. Guns, belts, kind of turn there. And let me grab good old skull. Make sure I have the right bend to it. So the skull is going to be kind of like this and like that. He's holding it about here. Kind of get the pose right. There we go. Leg back. Kind of like that. Let's see. Now it's getting him facing forward is the tricky part. So let's clean out my little workspace here and make it work. So I'm going to unplug this for now. And let's get him front and center and get this figured out. All right. So he's going to be here. So I want him to be facing forward like that. Head down like that. Arm back. Like this. Well, what is blocking you? Not exactly where I want him. Kind of. I'm going to put this back and just show you what I'm working with so far. So I'm working on something like this, where he is kind of making fun of the head. I just have to angle it correctly. Perfect. And the tricky part is the legs, getting the legs where I want them to be. Because his back leg is almost completely straight, but it's the other leg. Kind of like he's almost like pigeon-toed in a weird way. But I got to straighten him out. I think that works. Let's see. Let me turn on my light. There we go. Let's see. I kind of like that pose. Got to fix up his belt a little bit. Ooh, that light works wonders. Close that. Tilt that. Just like that. Fix that. Just not getting it. That's almost where I want it to be. Mm-hmm. Lastly, let's see. All right. Again, I'm a little bit closer to the camera. All right. I think I've dialed in a pose I'm happy with. Don't want the mouth open or closed. I think I want it closed. Yeah. And let's light it up for one final look. All right. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna take a look at it myself. Only thing I would do different is I would raise this arm a bit more, drop that there, fix the katana-ramas, fix the belt a little bit, boot them up, make sure mini knife is good to go. Yeah. All right. I think I like the way that turned out. I was able to figure out the head sculpt. I was able to get the pose I wanted with the skeleton in play, all of his weapons hooked up, and the backboard lit up. So now I'm going to add him to my collection back there and see how it stands. So with that, we're going to go ahead and bring this episode of MOTN Figured It Out, posing and unboxing of Deadpool to a close. Final thoughts. I'm absolutely in love with this figure. I'm in love with the light up base. I'm going to be playing a bit more with the skeletons and the wood. Maybe I'll lay them out at his feet as I'm posing him in the light box with the other X-Men. I may tighten up the pose a little bit more, but nothing too substantial than that. And going to be just kind of just making the final touches to it because there are some things I can work on. With that being said, I want to thank everyone for hanging out this evening. If you like this content, please remember to subscribe to our channel, like our content, and comment. Let us know if you've picked up this Deadpool, what you think about it, and we'll go from there. As always, collect what you love and love what you collect. This has been Mike G with Masters of the Nerdiverse. Figured it out, and I'm going to say MOTN out. Take care, everybody.